Hey everybody, happy Sunday afternoon. It's Barb here with Barb and Designs, and I'm going to finish up Easter board before Easter gets here. I can't believe today is Palm Sunday. The time and calendar is just flying by. So if you are on, I'd love if you join me. I'm going to adjust this just a smidge because I want to sit down. I'm a little tired. So I have a board that goes right here. This is where it hangs up. And my chair to move here. Let me pull up the board so you can see what we've got to work with here. Maybe. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. So I was working on this board the other day in my VIP group, which if you have not joined my Couture VIP group, you should, because I do a few extra things in there. And the main thing is whenever I have a sale, that's where it's going to be. I just need to move stuff so I can move this around. So, as you can see, hey Cynthia, just doing a little chalking on this Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna finish up this cute little Easter board I've got going. So I've got tulips and a few little random flowers, little bunny down here, this little guy looking in. Let me see if I can zoom this up a little. Look, it's got all these cute little flowers coming out the trunk hood. And the way I did this is I did the truck, then I washed off, or I took a paintbrush and took the hood off, which I should have just not chalked it in the first place. And then I after everything was dry, I tilted it up and just did the hood. So it looks like the hood of the car is up and flowers are spilling out. Then of course we have the carrots in the back of the truck, the giant carrots that are as big as the bunny, right? And so I need to finish this up, and I was going to put something at the top, and I think instead of putting Happy Easter, I'm going to put just this hippity hoppity, because then even though Easter comes and goes, I won't necessarily have to take it down. Oops, can't get the right things hit. So I think my game plan is I'm going to put this hippity hoppity and then put some clouds. I may put this a little bit higher. And so yeah, that's my game plan to finish up this board. I'm slowly getting my, what's this thing called? My gallery wall filled in. So as you can tell, some pretty laid back chalking going on here, but glad you're here. If you're on watching, just say hello. So I'm using chalk paste and the silk screen transfers that are adhesive backed and reusable. I've already got this one laid down, and I'm just going to do it in white. I think I might do a shadowed effect on this. I think I'll do the heart a little different color too. So I'm just pulling the chalk paste across, and then we'll pick another color for the heart. And whatever you scrape off, you can just put back in your jar, so it's super economical and you can not use that much chalk paste. Let's put a little pink heart in the center. Actually, this isn't pink, this is coral, this is chalk. This is Couture coral. And I should work fairly quickly because I don't want the transfer to, the chalk paste to dry before I pull up the transfer. But I think I'm okay. So now I'm just going to pull this up. And looky there, how cute is that? I'm going to stick it in my water. Hey Erin, how are you today? Doing a little chalk and finishing up this board that I had started on my VIP page. I just don't, these bigger boards are hard to like stay in the camera vision, but I think I'm going to put some clouds up here. I'm going to go back and do some more on this, but we're going to let it dry. So on the Build a Bunny transfer, which I have some for sale. If anybody is in need of a Build a Bunny, just message me and I can get one of those to you, because bunnies are cute even after Easter, right? So I've got one cloud I'm going to put over here. And this, you're sewing pillows today. That's a good Sunday afternoon project. Can you tell I'm not all here? My brain is not wanting to think. I just can't get it together. What was I going to say? Oh, this project. This project, okay, here's the beauty of Chalk Couture. You can make your project super detailed or super quick. You can literally do a project start to finish in, gosh, like 10 minutes. Or you can be like I'm doing here and do lots of detail that make it, you know, it's just going to take longer. So I've worked on this. I worked on this the other day for a little while, and coming back to it today, and it's kind of fun to do both sorts of things. I need to clean off a couple transfers here. So I've got to shadow and then keep doing that cloud. So I have a tub of water over here, but another way that you can clean them is you can use a spray bottle. And so I didn't get this one completely drenched. And now I have another wet microfiber towel. I'm going to wipe the rest of it off. And then I actually have a dry one that I'm going to sandwich it in between and just dry that a little bit. And then this will be good to go for me to shadow that hippity hoppity. This is an older transfer, and I'm wondering if there was some little letters or something that you were supposed to put in the piece, or if it was supposed to be like that. I could put some little flowers in there. That might be kind of cute. All right, so this transfer is ready to go. Again, I'm going to set it to the side, and then I'm going to grab my... Hi, Vicki. How are you? What are you up to today? And now I'm going to clean my cloud off. On smaller transfers that aren't as open and big as this, lots of times I'll use them multiple times before I wash them. But this one has such a wide area of openness that I think it's good to clean those in between each use, or else you're not going to get a nice clean transfer. So, again, something that just takes a little bit more time. Hi, Judy. All right, so here's the project. Let's stick it back on here. And let's go ahead and do another cloud. I think I'm going to do 3 clouds. So 1, 2, and then I'll put a third one somehow. Oops, and that's, I can tell by laying it down that it's not completely dry. So let me get that screen all dry. And I couldn't decide if I was going to make it rain on the bunnies or not, but I think we're just going to make it a cloudy sky. Cleaning your bedroom. Wow, good for you. I don't know if I could clean on a Sunday. Although I did put a thing in my pantry that almost counts as cleaning. I put one of those hangers on the back of the pantry door so that I could have a little bit more shelf space. But I only did that because it was in my way. It came in the mail, and my husband is sick, and I think him being kind of out of it makes me a little out of it. He's up there napping in front of the TV. And I'm feeling a little jealous, but I can't nap. If I take a nap, oh man, I feel 10 times worse. All right, I went over a little bit on the edge, but I can just wipe that off. And I'll stick that cloud back in there. I think this should be dry, but you know, I'm always like to be on the safe side when I layer. So I think I'll hit this with a heat tool. You can always use a hair dryer if you want to speed up the process. And now, in order to do shadowing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I better make sure these clouds are dry too. Because the transfer, even though I'm not transferring there, the edge of this one might touch it. And if it does, it'll pull up that wet chalk paste. Make sure those edges of those clouds are good and dry. Okay, now to do shadowing, and I just don't want to, I'm not using all of this, and I don't really want to cut it up. So to do shadowing, it's a real simple technique. You line up right on top of where the design is, and then you just move slightly over and slightly down. Or you can do it the other way. You can move slightly to the right and slightly up, which seems more like a realistic shadow, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so over and up. It's kind of hard on this long one. I'm gonna get it positioned over here. And then, there we go, that feels good. So can you see the black through there? I'm not going to do anything to the heart. I'm just going to shadow the letters. So I've got that pressed down, and I think I'm going to do the same color that I did the truck in, or the background of the truck. So this is a coastal blue. It's just a real soft pastel blue. And now I'll go over those letters again. So this will be settled since the blue and the white, there's not a huge, contrast to. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm just kind of playing, which I think is always a fun thing to do. And I just decided to invite you along. So does everybody know what happens tomorrow? The Spring Summer Celebration Suite is released. So we have 26 new transfers that are going live tomorrow morning. So you should go over to I always say that wrong. You should go over to chalkcouture.com/barbanddesigns and check it out tomorrow. That doesn't show, I didn't leave enough of the white to really make it a big difference in the shadowing. I might do it a third time with the white and make it a little bit bigger. You can see it, but it's just not real evident. But that's okay, because I'm just playing don't really have that much of a game plan. You know, since I worked so hard on this and it's so detailed, I probably should move it when I'm cleaning. Don't you think? Just in case I'd get a water splat on it. That would be my luck. Okay, so I'm going to clean the cloud one more time. And so the new transfers, there's some gorgeous one. There's a really fun Father's Day and Mother's Day one. There's some really lovely apple pie recipe. It's one of my favorite designs. And then if you're a fan of the vintage truck that I have here that I'm doing, then you're going to love one of the new transfers. It's an old, like an old hippie van, like a VW van. And it is a super cute transfer. Just adorable. And then, let's see, what else were some of the new ones? They had so many. Oh, another favorite is this beautiful set that all coordinates together. We call them stories when the transfers are like that. And so there's different sizes, but it's all the same thing, and it's a flower, a beautiful, beautiful flower theme. And it is just lovely. They really did an amazing job coming up with new designs. And it's just going to be a blink, and it will be the middle of the summer, end of June, when 1st of July, when the new transfers for the fall winter catalog come out. So lots of exciting stuff to look forward to. All right, I'm going to take myself off of here so you can see the board in full. And we'll put one more cloud. I don't want to make it boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Maybe like that. I don't know. It's always hard to decide. I know in design you should always do odd numbers. And I don't want it to be too, what's the word I want to use? I don't want it to be too cookie cutter. Like, 3 in a row, just perfectly angled. So that's why I'm doing this, and I don't know, it may look like there's an empty spot in the sky, but we'll go with it. Who knows, I may put flowers in the sky. You just never know. All right, so there is another cloud. And again, I went over the edge of the transfer, but that is easy peasy to wipe up. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to focus down here on the bottom. I need to go back with some of the dandelion details. This little transfer of fuzzies, I need to go back and put some here to begin with, and then maybe darken up some other ones. So for this, I'm going to use my multi-tool. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Of course, then I'm going to have to move the board. And if I do, I may knock something over. This is why I am not a cameraman. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to, like I had mentioned before, since this is little, I'm going to use it multiple times right in a row. So I'm going to lay it down, put the paste across, do it again, and then I'm actually even going to heat set that real quick. And still use it a third time. So there's some there. I put some random ones here. I feel like these need to be darkened up a little bit or added to. Didn't feel like they showed up that great. I always appreciate when you guys share the videos. If you are watching on replay, I'd love it if you'd put hashtag replay. If by chance this is the first time you've watched one of my lives, then I would love for you to put new in the comment and let me know that this is your first time watching. And I'm so honored to have you here. Okay, now that's probably the most I'm going to get out of that, and I feel like that's enough anyway. Oh, I lied. Let me do one over here. All right, let me zoom this back out so you can see more of what I'm doing. Too many things on the table to run into. Okay, let's get this adjusted up here, maybe. There we go. There, I think you can see it. So I'm going to put that in the water. And then one other thing that I want to touch up from what I did the other day is down here. I don't know if you can see, but I don't have the green leaves going all the way to the edge. And that just bugs me. And it's an easy fix. So I'm going to get that particular transfer, which of course fell on the floor, and I'm going to lay it down a little closer to the edge, and I'm just going to ink on that edge. We'll see how this goes. I could make it worse, and if I do, then I'll just have to wipe that up, but this is what I think I'm going to do to fix that. I may have to get a paintbrush to fix a couple of the edges, but I just wanted it to go a little further down. All right, let's see what that did, if that made it worse or better. I think it made it worse. So, change of game plan. I'm going to get a little brush. I'm going to dip it in my water and put it in my chalk paste here. And by dipping it in my water and swirling it around, I'm just going to actually dab some chalk paste on there, kind of paint it on, and then pull it up. That's probably what I should have done in the first place. Now, if you look close, you can see that it's not screened like perfectly, but I'm okay with that. I just didn't want to see the black at the bottom. So if you put your paintbrush in a little bit of water, you can actually kind of paint the chalk paste on. Now, it's not going to be perfect like it is in the screen, and you might need to feather it up a little bit, but it does kind of work. It just helps to have that chalk paste nice and moist, almost runny. And then you can dab it around and pull it up. A thinner consistency than if you would be having it. And I only do it in one little spot in the, like, it's only right here that I've got it extra watery. So I'm not getting the whole jar of paste watery. Just one little spot. And then what I can do, easy peasy. I'm going to go ahead and do that over here too. These don't quite go all the way down. Because then what I can do is I can just stir the jar, and that little bit of water then distributed through the jar makes it fine. And I've seen some, I've never done it myself. I want to, it's on my wish list of projects to do, but I've seen where you can do an outline of a design, and then you basically kind of do this method, almost a watercolor of the chalk paste to color it in. So now that I've got this little watery area, then I just can stir it all around instead of making the whole jar watery. Hi Linda, hi Kathy, thanks for joining. All right. Second time, Vicki, really? That's awesome. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, that you got the crazy night with this the other night, didn't you? When I was doing it on my VIP group, and it was all nutso the nutso. Okay, so I am feeling like the sky up here is a little in need of maybe some more stuff, and I'm seeing that I have this one transfer. I have some little butterflies, and so I think that would be a perfect thing to have in the sky. I just have to decide what color I want my butterflies to be. This is pretty predominant down here with that. Maybe some yellow and the light peach orange color. Make it a little bit of a combo of that. Let me again try and zoom in on this so you can see up close what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to, well, I think I'll do the top part, the core, this peach. So I'm going to dip in and pull that up for the top part. And then I'm going to use my finger for the bottom so I don't contaminate the jar if I have to go back in, which I really don't. So I'm just going to blend those two together now. So it'll have a bit of an ombre effect. Oh, ta-da! I love ombre effects. I think it's so fun. And I think I'm going to add 3 more butterflies to the whole picture. Let me zoom back out, sorry. So you can kind of see where I'm going to put them. I think I need another butterfly right in here and maybe one over here. So let me clean my fingers and clean the transfer. And then after I look at it, I'm going to have to decide if I want it to be the exact same butterfly or if I want to make different colored ones. I could do different ombre. What do you guys think? Hi, Donna. Do you think I should, let me try and get the whole board in here. Up a little. Try not to knock a tripod off. Maybe I should just move the camera a little more. It's just not high enough for me to get it all in. Okay, so, but you can kind of see, so I've got the bright pink at the bottom, the blue truck, the words are blue, white clouds. Should all the butterflies be like this? Or should I do some other colors like a pink and blue one, a peach and purple one? Or should they all be the same? Oh, thanks, Kathy. I'm not sure which I like. I mean, I love that. But I don't know if maybe I want to do, you know what? I tell you what, let's do, because it's so easy if I change my mind. So I've re-cleaned this transfer. And let me wipe off my, oh, I just dropped a clean transfer on the floor. I better pick that up before I step on it. I think the coastal blue and this really pretty purple would be a pretty combination. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with one color on top and then use my finger to do the bottom and then blend them together for that ombre. And so here, get that all in. We have a purple and blue one. What do you think? I think that's kind of fun having different colored butterflies. So I think I'll do the last one, maybe, I think I'll do the peach. Oh no, I'm gonna do a yellow and a purple. I love that combination of colors. And that'll be a nice contrast. Sometimes the ombres are super subtle. If the, if the colors just, kind of blend really subtly like that purple butterfly does there. And then sometimes there's more of a stark contrast. And I think that's what I'm going to go for on this last butterfly. Let's see, let's have him right there. Or her, I don't know if it's a him or a her. Okay, so I'm going to do yellow. Well, I think I'll do that on the bottom since the one up above it's got yellow tones in it. Keep the yellow a little separated from the top one. And it just seems easier to do that top one with my finger, especially since then I'm going to blend it. Oh, that's pretty. It's not as contrasted as I thought it'd be, but I still like it a lot. Very pretty. Now, the decision. Sometimes those lids get little crumbs and you have to blow them off. Am I done? Or do I want to do... I'm so curious about putting a little tiny, teeny flower on the hippity hoppity. But it would have to be really teeny. Let me see. If I put little flowers in the center, do I dare? What's the worst that can happen, right? What color should those be? White's not going to be a real big contrast. Maybe I'll do it in this peach color. And like I said, the worst thing that happens is I have to go back and do the hippity hoppity again. Just put the tiniest bit on my multi-tool and drag it across that one flower. I kind of went outside the line. I don't know if I like that or not. Dun dun dun. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Okay, so here now is a choice. There's always choices in how you handle things. I'm looking for my little paintbrush. What did I do with it? It's over here. I'm going to see what happens if I try to just lift that up. So I've got a damp paintbrush and I'm going to dab it up. My paintbrush isn't soaked when I put it down. It's just damp. Actually, now it does kind of look like it's shading the P part. So, because I don't want to pull up all the blue, so that's why I don't have it soaked. I just have it a little damp. Little damp. And now I'm going to do that same thing I did before down here with the green. I've got it, my brush a little bit wet, and I'm going to dab it in this blue again, just getting the center pretty wet there. And now I can just dab right back on there with some blue and kind of stroke it to where it's not like a line. And then once again, now I've got that watery spot right there, but all I have to do is stir it up. I think this is done, guys. I think I'm really happy. Oh, thanks Linda for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, I think it's time to hang it on the wall. And say ta-da! Now I love using, especially in my new studio where I didn't really want to put tons of nails in the wall, I love using these command strips. They're Velcro things. They are the best invention. So it's already been hung up on the wall here. You see these things here? And then the Velcro's back here. So now I just kind of have to line it up, and we're gonna make sure it's straight. And then you just push in and you can kind of hear it grab it. Yep. It's a little crooked, but that works. Okay, now you're seeing it backwards because I had the camera this way. I don't know if I can turn that around, but I think I can with this camera. So hold tight. I'm going to take you off the tripod. Oops, so sorry. And now you're upside down. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. I'm probably making you nauseous. There we go, though. Hippity hoppity. I'm going to move this over here so I can see what you're seeing. Okay, there we go. So we've got the cute little bunny down here with his dandelions, some tulips, and then we made the trunk lid open and carrots in the back. So I am happy with that. That's really cute. They have such crazy, adorable transfers. Okay, I'm going to take you on a little journey here because it's Sunday and we'll do Studio Sunday. And I'm going to show you my crazy setup. A little excessive, I know, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun to play. So there's my gallery wall. I've got lots to fill in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects to do soon. And I want them all to be spring. So that's the game plan. And this is my studio setup for videotaping. I have this camera here that's normally this camera that shows you the table. And then that camera over there shows you me when I'm up in the corner, which I'm going to switch to. And that's how I do things with an app called Switcher. But you know what? You don't have to be fancy schmancy to go live. And you guys have seen me try with all of my equipment, and I've been an epic fail. So it's not about that. It's just about sharing connection and community. And I'm so glad you're here. And I feel so honored when you do share with someone else. I've got my cart back here with my tub of water on it. And so now I can clean up and do the next thing, which is unfortunately a little bit of paperwork. But then tonight, I think the hubs and I might go to a movie. Our daughter's going to be at her aunt's house, and I think we are going to have a little date. So thanks for watching with me. And like I said, I have this Build a Bunny transfer if anybody is interested. Now the hippity hoppity part came with an old transfer, the Happy Easter from last year. But I do have the Build a Bunny, and tomorrow morning on chalkcouture.com/barbanddesigns, the new transfers are coming out, 26 new ones, and they are stinking amazing. If you go back, I think about 3 posts maybe, I'm not sure how many, but if you just scroll back in this feed a few posts, you'll find that I went through the catalog to show the new designs. So go back, scroll through, see what you want to pick.